Hey, Mike with Rove Pest Control here. And with fall in full swing, there's a lot of pests that are upping their game, and they could be causing a lot of issues in your home if you don't take the right prevention steps. So today's video, I'm going to cover the top 3 fall pest concerns you should focus on, so stay tuned. Now, one of the major things that happens as seasons change and it transitions from summer to fall and fall to winter is that pests are really going to become more active in finding a different location to live in, and usually that's your home. And so there's a lot of other factors that go along with changing temperatures as well that happen in the fall that can cause an increase of pest activity and some different pests that you want to be on the lookout for. So the first pest and the first major concern you want to focus on is wasps. So one thing that happens during the fall months is that leaves start to fall, right? And so what can happen is that leaf piles can develop around your home. They can fall on your roof and your gutters, and they can accumulate, and then that does a few things. So one, it can help accumulate excess moisture, and that's just an attractor for pests because pests need food, shelter, and water. And so actually these leaf piles can do all of that. And so as the leaves decay, a lot of other pests and insects are going to be attracted to that. And so with wasps, typically they feed on sugary substances like nectar from flowers, but as their larva stage, they feed on other insects and usually other pests. So the adult wasps will become more aggressive, looking for insects, looking for pests. And so if there's an ample supply in like leaves in your gutter, for example, or around your home, these wasps can be attracted to those areas. So typically what you'll find is that wasps are building nests more aggressively. They're also defending their territory more aggressively during the fall as they're searching and running out of food sources. And so they can become very dangerous during the fall months. And so when you see wasp nests, definitely avoid them if you can. We usually don't recommend you attempt to remove a wasp nest on your own, as you need protective gear. Wasps can be very aggressive and sting and attack to defend their nests in large numbers. And so again, we really recommend reaching out to a pest control service to get rid of any wasps or wasp nests that you may encounter this fall, and be on the lookout for those as one of the top pest concerns during the fall months. Now, another common pest that you're going to see more active or lead to bigger issues during the fall are moles and voles. And so again, kind of the same idea. When leaves accumulate in your yard, maybe you don't cut your grass towards the end of the year because it doesn't grow as fast. This can actually attract moles and voles, and this can kind of do double damage because during the winter months, if you've left these leaves kind of pile up around your yard, or you don't trim your grass before the first snow comes, it can actually create a barrier of insulation for pests. So more than just moles and voles, but those especially, what they do as temperatures drop and it gets colder and it starts to snow and the frost starts to set in, what they do is they can actually survive throughout the winter months. They just burrow down into the ground to find their food sources like insects and worms and different things like that. But what happens is if you leave piles around your yard, or you don't trim your grass before the snow and colder temperatures start to come towards the end of fall, this can create that insulation zone. And so pests like moles and voles are going to tunnel closer to the surface because it creates kind of a warmer surface area, warmer surface temperature because of that insulation under the snow with leaf piles and grass. And so again, these pests continue to burrow. They'll tunnel like they normally do throughout the winter, but it's just going to have to be a lot closer to the surface. So this can actually lead to springtime, lots of damaged yards, destroyed yards, molehills, mounds, tunnels, weak falling in areas in your yard. So again, you want to take care of that before the fall ends, before winter comes, to get rid of that common pest that causes a lot of problems during the fall. Now, another common pest that you want to be on the lookout for are rodents and mice. Now, typically you don't see a lot of maybe rodent issues in your home during the spring and summer, but a lot of times you'll find them happening in the fall and winter. And that's basically because as the temperatures start to drop and change seasons, what happens is these pests start looking for kind of an upgrade of home, right? And so the outdoor food sources that used to be abundantly available are not there anymore. So they're going to move into places like your sheds, your garage, your home, looking for food sources and looking for shelter sources. Now, these rodents and these pests like mice, they need to feel comfortable. They need to feel like they're secure if they're going to breed and nest. And so when they do get in your home and it's warmer, there's water supplies, there's food supplies, all those different things, they're going to breed very quickly. And so pests like mice and rats and other rodents tend to breed very quickly. So if they get in your home, it can cause a lot of issues. So it's not that they don't have as big a numbers in the spring and summer months, they do, but what happens is that they're in much closer proximity to you, and typically they're sneaking into your home during these months as temperatures change as well, which is why they're one of the most common pests you're going to find. Now, obviously you want to keep them out of your home as much as possible, so sealing entry points. Most rodents can sneak into your home with gaps as little as 1/4 of an inch, and so that could be in cracks and crevices, broken screens, underneath doors. If there's large enough gaps, they can even sneak in through chimneys, through dryer vents, exhaust fan vents, various areas around your home. So you want to make sure that you seal those off from pests like rodents. But then on top of that, you may want to put out different bait traps around your home or in your garage, in your shed, other common areas where these pests might hang out, and again, try and take hold over the winter months. And so there's some issues, I guess, with that when you try and do it on your own, because if you don't use the right kind of bait, you don't put it in the right places, you could actually end up attracting these rodents to those areas. And if you don't set it up right, you just bring them in and then you don't actually get rid of them. So we really recommend, again, if you have rodent issues or you're looking to set up preventive issues for rodents, to reach out to a pest control service like us at Rove Pest Control to make sure that you use the right bait, they're in the right places, and it's the most effective way to get rid of those pests around your home. So again, hopefully you got some benefit and value out of this video, the top 3 pest concerns to be aware of during the fall. So look out for wasps, moles and voles, and then rodents and mice around your home. But again, if you got some value, feel free to comment and share, and subscribe to our channel as well to get the latest pest control tips and tricks to keep your home pest free. And then also, if you have any specific pest issues around your home, definitely head to rovepestcontrol.com. And then also, as a first-time customer, you can head to rovepestcontrol.com/50 off. Just enter your information there and you're going to get $50 off your first service with us. So again, head to rovepestcontrol.com for your pest control needs. And then as that first-time customer, once again, you can go to rovepestcontrol.com/50 off to get that great discount. But once again, thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.